Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 61 here on season number 2. And today we are getting into trading and taxes. This question comes from Jay Lewis, and he asks, how are taxes if you day trade? These videos are meant for educational purposes only and not meant to be taken as financial advice. You are responsible for your own assets and to protect them. So always make sure to do your own research. And I am in no way a tax professional. So actually, this is one of those areas where I'm not really that strong in. I don't understand a whole lot of taxes, and the amount of knowledge that I have is very limited. It'll be more of my experiences with paying taxes and less about how are taxes and trading. So let's go ahead and get into it. In 2018 or 2016, I did a lot more day trading than I did in 2017. I actually switched over to more of a swing trader in 2017, late 2016. I was swing to day trading first of all because I was like, hey, this is where the money is. This is what Tim Sykes does. This is great. I can make a lot of money, and I had no clue what I was doing. So I was like, blew up kind of an account a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I need to readjust my strategy and to actually start making some money. Swing trading and day trading, from what I believe, are reported the same way on taxes. The only difference is when it comes down to swing trading or trading versus long-term investing. First thing is what you need to know is that if you turn a profit that year with trading, then you're obviously going to have to pay taxes on that. That goes for long-term investing. That goes for trading. It doesn't matter. If you make money, the government's probably going to want their cut of the money that you made. Secondly, if your primary source is from trading, so if you don't have a job and your only job is trading, then basically that becomes your business, and so then you have to pay taxes accordingly as if it were your primary source of income. That's what I've heard from the person who does my taxes, so I'm trying to give you what she's told me. Basically, the way that I see it is if you do some kind of trading, then you have to pay a higher tax. I believe like 25%. Don't quote me on those numbers. That's just from what I've heard in the reading and that kind of stuff. And then where if you were a long-term investor, which means that you hold that stock for a year or longer, actually for longer than a year, so not a year to the day, but a year and then 1 day, you would be considered a long-term investor or a long-term stockholder, and the actual tax that you pay on that, I believe, is going to be a little bit less than if you were a trader. That's something to consider when looking at trading versus long-term investing. Also with trading, because of taxes, you cannot fill out what I believe is called the 1040 easy. You have to do like the long form because there's investments and income that you made from those investments, so those have to be reported, which means that if you don't do your taxes by yourself, then you're probably looking at paying your tax person a little bit more than what you would pay for a 1040 easy. Also, something that my tax person was telling me is that, for instance, last time when I brought her all my day trading or swing trading pamphlet of books or all the trades that I made, she was like, well, we might have to go through and look and verify each one of these trades and to make sure that they were traded on the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange and not like some off broker stock exchange or whatever. That's something that I would look into. I don't know if they still have to do that or if that's exactly what she said, but that was, like I said, 2 years ago when she told me that. So if you're trading and you're making profit, I would go through and make sure that you're tracking your expenses. So as far as like what other kind of business expenses do you have to have internet for trading? Do you have to have a computer? Do you have to buy hardware for your computer? Do you pay for software? That kind of stuff. I would track those expenses also, because if you do make a profit and you do have to report it like a business, then you can go ahead and deduct those from your gross profit. So that's something that I would look at there as well. I hope that sums up a lot about trading versus long-term investing and the taxes that you had to pay on trading. Like I said, a very limited knowledge topic for me. It's not something that I usually talk about because for me, that's why you have a tax professional to make sure that you're doing your taxes right. Unfortunately, if you do them yourself, then there's videos out there, there's books out there, so I'd look into those as well. We'll leave it right there. Let's go ahead and dive into the question of the day, which is, what weird food combinations do you really enjoy? For me, one weird food combination I actually enjoy is like rice with avocado on top and then like some soy sauce. I don't know why. It's like just like a big bowl of sushi without the seaweed, and so I don't know if that makes me weird or not, but that's probably weird, let's be honest. Like I was saying, if you have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, Robinhood, as well as general investing advice, business Etsy coaching, post those questions down below. Don't forget to subscribe up here and check out my Robinhood recap February edition. Check out this video right here. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.